Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a national champion who needs to stay away from any cold trees, because this man's future is incredibly bright. Obviously, what we've seen him do over the last couple of years, where he transfers from JMU, goes to Indiana with Coach Signetti, becomes a multiple-time All-Big Ten player. Now he's a national champion. We can't wait to see who drafts him in the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us, linebacker Aiden Fisher. Aiden, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How you guys doing?
Watch out for these trees, Aiden. I don't know if you've heard. There's a chance these things are going to...
I'm hearing them.
Yeah. Well, don't
Blowing up north, man.
And now enjoying the Indiana Houston's the linebacker Aiden Fisher.
Winning the national championship, you made some huge plays, obviously, in that game down there, but your team seemingly always perfect, fundamentally sound. That's how we talked about your defense. You guys obviously heard the outside noise about how perfect and attention to detail your defense was, and did you take pride in that? Why do you think that was kind of your guys' MO throughout the entirety?
Yeah, I think for us, everybody talks about, the misfits thing, and
he's joining on the Pat McAfee show today.
We just do all the little things right. And then when it comes down to those little details that you talk about, I think that was kind of like the separating factors in a lot of these games where, we came out, on top. But, it's just a bunch of guys that just really wanted to win. Even when I first came here, just a really good mix of guys that just want to win and are hungry for wins. We just kind of got the intangibles that were made up of the right things.
Yeah, it was fun to watch your team. I like the way you guys celebrated together. I like the way you played together. I love the way Sig operated. I think you guys got a celebration coming on Saturday down there in Bloomington. Excited for the city to kind of show you love and your state show you love. Can you talk to me about, Fernando wasn't able to really go as much as he had the previous two playoff games. Felt like it was going to have to be the defense that answered the call. Did you guys take that onus upon yourselves before the game, during the game? Is there a moment where it's like, hey, offense obviously not going to be able to score 50 today. It can be us. You guys get a blocked punt for a touchdown. You make crucial plays whenever you had to have stops. Is that happening during the game? You guys are having that chat saying we can win this, or is that the mindset of the defense for the entirety of the season?
Yeah, I think a little combination of both. Those close games that we knew we were going to be, points were going to be scarce. It was going to be a lot harder to score a lot of points versus, great teams like this. And then we kind of knew at halftime going into that third quarter, it was just going to be a war, and that we need to, tighten down. And when it came down the stretch, we're going to have to make some plays. We're going to have to put some points on the board for us. We're going to have to eliminate, a lot of their points. So, obviously, Miami was a great offense. Their O-line was great, and they have, guys all over the field that are going to play on Sunday. So we knew that we were going to have to really lock in for the last couple possessions. And I'm glad my guy Jamari Sharp was able to get that pick to seal it.
Him taking off his helmet was spectacular. We were right there. We were standing. Did you see us? Do you not see anybody? Can you guys know that we're there? It feels like we are a bit distracting. It does. Now that I'm looking back on it. I mean, Connor's, when that kid misses that 50-yard field goal, yeah. Connor's in the end zone going like this right next to the ref with his Adidas jumpsuit on. And when Sharp gets that pick, he runs 2 yards in front of us, basically. And I see him contemplating on taking off the helmet. Mm-hmm. And then you see the chip in my hometown. Can you talk about that moment and what you guys did and what you guys said immediately after this, knowing that you guys just won the national championship in Miami Stadium?
Yeah, first, I spotted you early with the jacket on, so I was able to see you behind the goalpost. But, just seeing Sharp go up and get it, that's a guy that he's just as humble as ever. I'm so happy he was able to do that in, his hometown against his home team. And then once he did it, it was kind of just like disbelief. I think if you would have told me 2 years ago, transferring from JMU to here, that we were going to go win a national championship, it would have been hard to believe. But just an unbelievable feeling. These guys, it was an emotional moment for, everybody involved. And then we finally got Sig to, crack a smile for longer than 5 seconds. So that was good to see.
Yeah, and it seems like he's still a little joyful. He's gonna have a busy couple days here. Oh, yeah. In the state of college football, he's got a busy couple months. Actually, we're just right back in it for Sig with the way college football is. Tell me about his demeanor a little bit and how you guys feel about him, because we love it, obviously, outside looking in. We don't have to play for him. But it feels like he is an accountability-driven coach, but he isn't an asshole, it sounds like. So, how does he kind of balance it, and why do you think the outside world is saying he might be the greatest coach in ball, and do you agree with that particular sentiment?
100% agree with that. Sig does a great job, not only with this, the football details when it comes down to schematics, practice scheduling, everything like that. But I think the way he communicates, he'll get on you quick. He'll be yelling. He'll say something to you to kind of get you to kind of check your temperature a little bit. But right after, he's going to come back with a smile and a wink. So he knows the way he communicates and operates. It's all out of love, and he just wants you to be your best. I know a lot of guys talk about it. He just demands your best and wants you to be the best out of love, not only for the game but for you as a person. And I mean that's just Sig to a T. He just wants to win. He wants the best out of his players, and he just wants to hold more trophies up.
Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, Aiden, I've seen where some scouts have called you a supercomputer in human form. I don't know if you have heard that compliment they've given you or not, but obviously it's a very high compliment. Like you're speaking of what you can do as a leader on the field and seeing things and your instincts. Is that something you always had, or did you develop that over your time?
Yeah, I think it's definitely something I developed. In high school, I played quarterback, so I'm a little familiar with how some offensive things work. But then obviously getting with Coach Haynes and the coaches I've been around, it's been more so learning about football instead of here's your job, go do it. And I think that's really helped me a lot. And it's just been great to learn football, not only just the X's and O's, but what is everybody looking for from specific players and kind of what they like to do and things like that. And having Coach Haynes makes my life a lot easier.
Aiden, they said there was a milk check on you. They didn't know that blitz shake was coming, in the national championship. That was, I mean, you quadruple deked them. I mean, you want glove side, then you want stick side. I mean, you were all over the place, Aiden. That was beautiful. Now, you transfer, obviously, from JMU. D-Bud has a question.
Yeah, but speaking of Coach Haynes, what was this game plan going against Miami, and how did it change? Because we have a perfect perspective. We can see you guys are very gap disciplined. I know Fletcher had the big run. You guys are always kind of on the same page. What was the specific game plan going against this team?
Yeah, first of all, we just had to stop the run. Their O-line is huge. They do a great job, getting people off the ball. And then the running backs were elite and, great weapons on the outside. So our whole plan was really just stop the run. And then when it came down to obvious passing situations, we were going to have to show a lot of disguise. We were going to have to hide a lot of blitzes. And I think that's something our defense has really been built on all year. A lot of the looks we give you, anybody can come, anybody can drop. You guys have seen Coach Haynes. He'll drop a nose guard. He'll drop a D tackle. It doesn't matter for him. He just wants to do some crazy stuff. The exotics.
Are you all right?
It's been crazy. I'm getting choked up just thinking about it.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time, too, especially after, potential good times were available, in the last couple of days. National championship good times. Let's talk about, yeah, amen. I heard you guys have been celebrating. You don't have to out yourself for any particular place, but can you quickly, we got 30 seconds before a hard out here on ESPN. We'll continue on digital, but can you tell us a little bit about Fernando Mendoza, the teammate? Because I love the fact that he drinks beers with the boys, let alone the fact that he's a super nerd. Can you tell us a little bit about him, the human that the rest of us don't know?
Yeah, I mean, I think what you see in the media is really what you get with him. He's such a good person to be around. He makes everybody not only better, obviously players, but better people. He really is special. Just being around him, I mean, the dude's hilarious. I would love for everybody to just have a conversation with him at some point instead of just hearing him speak in the media. The dude is funny. He cares about everybody. He will do anything to learn everybody's name. I'm pretty sure there's a story that everybody's walking in for a team meeting one day, and his little brother has the roster up, so Fernando can look at the person and say their name to him, just so they think okay, he already learned my name. So that's just the type of guy he is.
Special stuff. We continue digitally. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Start the year off big at the Rams Start Something New sales event with America's most powerful lineup of light-duty gas trucks, offering the largest touchscreen in its class, all backed by the strength of a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Get your year off to a strong start with a great deal at the Ram Start Something New sales event.
Right now, purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months or $5,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
On a resourceful Fansville.
Hey kids, you trying to raise money to buy football or something?
We're raising money to get better players to state.
I'll take one Dr. Pepper, please.
This guy's not willing to do what it takes to win. He's a casual.
Casual? Does this look casual? How much do you want?
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Who went on to, be an all Big Ten linebacker a couple years ago. How did that go? And like Pat said, did you have any expectations when you came here? Were you aware that Indiana was like the losingest program in the history of Division I, or how did that entire process go?
Yeah, it was wild. I had no clue that Indiana was like losing his program. I just knew they were in the Big Ten, and I knew kind of historically they weren't great, but I didn't know they were as bad to the degree as the most losing program. But talking to Sig, when I was getting recruited here, was all about stick with the development, stick with the growth of the coaches. And then we sat down and went through the schedule, one by one, and he gave me every single reason why we're going to beat this team, and this team. And we went down, 12 teams doing that. So at that point, I was pretty convinced that he was going to turn this thing around. If I could have predicted this 2 years ago, absolutely not. But, I'm glad I did. Coach Sig is the man. And it's unbelievable what he's been able to do here. It's unbelievable.
Okay, let's talk about Coach Sig a little bit more. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, and congrats again on the natty. When you think about Coach Sig and even, the DC Brian Haynes, like, did they change anything at all when they went from JMU to IU? Was there any sort of philosophy or even just, demeanor, team meetings, anything like that you would say, like, yeah, JMU those first couple of years might have been better at IU because of the change, or was it more so, hey, everything was the same start to finish, and that's why, the continuity was the reason you guys won it all?
Yeah, outside of like schemes growing, and, these coaches growing as people, and the way they've been able to level up what they do, everything's been the exact same, which is crazy to me. Like, team meetings are always the same. Our schedule for practice is the exact same as been since I got to college as a freshman. Like little tweaks here and there, but like other than that, it's been identical all 4 years. So like, even coming here, like they're like, so how's practice look? Do you think he's gonna change it at all? I was like, no, Thursdays are going to be red zone, Wednesday, third down, like giving them the whole rundown, and nothing has changed about it in 4 years, which is crazy.
He's been giving a lot of speeches about his philosophies. I mean, maybe not a lot of them, but every one of his speeches that he's given publicly about philosophies have been ripped, clipped, and posted in like leadership councils and business councils, like, hey, this is how this guy thinks. And a lot of it revolves around like being efficient, I think, like most of his quotes.
Yeah, like my practices really quick, team meetings 4 or 5 minutes or less. If it's over an hour, I'm wasting somebody's time. Don't want to waste the kids' time. Don't want to waste my time. I like to be quick and efficient with every single second I have.
Is that accurate? Is that what is actually happening inside the building from what he was saying in these speeches that go very viral and being like, this guy gets what 2026 is maybe more than anybody?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, we were in and out with practice, team meetings. He comes in, he gives us the all right, and then he starts, and maybe 5 minutes, and he's out. So everything was just so efficient and quick here. He just values your time, and I think a lot of players are really appreciative of it.
Okay, does he? So it appears this is good. We're sorry, we're just trying to learn as much as we can about this thing that is Signetti, because boy, what an insane run from whenever we were at JMU, and he goes, "Do we like the NCAA?" And they just boo his ass. They boo it. It's like this guy has now become the person that, like, in my world, like billionaire business people are like, "Hey, what is the story about this guy?" And we just so happen to have known him for a few years. So I think everybody's kind of learning about him as we go right here. He delegates a lot of the communication with the players to his assistant coaches. Is he talking to you? Like, how does he kind of manage that? Because we'll see the timeouts on the field and him smiling, shouting out his dad too. Rest in peace, Frank, and who was a football coach. Definitely what he's doing right there. God, Jesus, everything. And also his dad saying, hell yeah, massive smile. Then the Gatorade bath that he's been waiting for, his whole life. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that is legitimately what that is. That's a special moment. But how is that whole process with Sig? Like, does he coach you directly? Does he coach his coaches? Like, because the timeouts, he's standing there looking. We don't know where he's looking. No. We've seen it every game.
In the void.
He's looking either at the stands. He's listening to something. We don't know what he's doing. He's got good pose. Obviously, the face is what it is at the time, but the huddle's behind him. He's not like interjecting himself in there unless it's wait. We're not kicking a field goal. We're going for it, or something comes upon him. How does the day-to-day go? It's the coaches. It's him. What is your relationship with him, if that makes sense?
Yeah, most of the time, it's really just the assistant coaches are kind of giving us the day-to-day stuff. Sig will do the team meetings, and he'll kind of give us the rundown of the day. He'll break down the opponent a little bit, but it's mostly, our assistant coaches kind of going through the thing. And then during games, he'll, like timeouts or TV timeouts or anything, he'll kind of come up and give us the situation. Even when we were in this last game, it was, this is the situation you're in. This is how many plays that they can probably run, including timeouts. And then he just kind of gives the rundown. But I think the, play-to-play, everyday coaching is more so, Coach Haynes, Shanahan, and then the assistants as well.
What are your thoughts on the Paisan's eyebrow that he drops on a lot of things? Is that every day at practice as well, or just in the games?
Oh, it's every day. I think it's hilarious. I think Fernando does it the best.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Fernando's a dude. Sounds like Fernando's
a dude.
He is, yeah, okay, good. All right, last question. Let's talk a little bit more about ball and what you have planned. Go ahead, AQ.
Congrats again on the national championship. I know we're going to have to turn the page like we always do in football. Celebrate quick, move on quicker, right? And so what are your plans as far as training, all-star games, moving into the NFL draft?
Yeah, I'll be starting training next week. I'll be down in Fort Lauderdale training Bomberitos. Taking it from there. We'll kind of see how it goes. I'm excited for it.
No exploding trees down there, I don't think.
No, it'll be all right.
It was cold. Hey, that was not like a warm national championship, though. It felt like it was perfect for ball.
Exactly. Yeah, you had a little breeze going, too. Roof open. It was nice.
How was the grass? Slick? No, not slick.
No, it was good. Compare the grass that we played on a couple weeks ago, and this grass was great.
The Rose Bowl.
Oh, yeah. We were sliding everywhere.
You guys have demolished Alabama, man. That flight back had to be spectacular. I couldn't even fathom.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
I mean, because Alabama, obviously you played at JMU, but throughout all of our lives, yourself included, you're younger than us, so most it's like Bama. People in other conferences were like, we want Bama. Like, that was always the statement. And you guys being counted out, underappreciated all year. I was very lucky that I saw you guys on a regular basis because I live here. So, that Oregon prediction, I've never been more sure of something in my life. Whenever I picked you guys to beat Oregon, it's like...
Dude, that was sick.
Hey, thank you for winning, dude. That was a big fucking deal for me, too. Obviously, for you guys, it's good, but these people in the college football world, some of them hate my guts. So when I get something like that right, it is...
Hey, and way to stick with us this past week, and you were the only one, so we appreciate that.
Okay, when do you see that? Afterwards? Before the game?
Afterwards.
Afterwards, yeah, because that's happening right before kickoff, basically. So you guys don't know until afterwards. The Oregon one that you guys saw before the game?
I think some of us did see it before the game, because that was the later slate, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a 3:30 kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to see that one,
Okay, because they talk about how much motivation this generation, your generation, uses from this shit. How much outside noise do you guys kind of accrue and utilize as motivation?
In this program, not a lot. A lot of these guys don't even have social media, but seeing things like that, just when you turn the TV on, that's pretty cool and get you motivated a little bit.
Yeah, I think Saban says this generation more so than any generation in the history. If they can build up any disrespect, it's like, let's find it as much as we can.
Oh, yeah, we'll find it.
Sig says, don't need it. Yeah. Here's disrespect. We've never fucking won a national championship. In school, had 2,000 people in the stands last year. Let's fucking keep this thing going. Congrats on turning around Indiana. We appreciate you coming out here and doing that for the state, and enjoy the hell out of this national championship celebration.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me on today. It's been awesome.
What are you weighing? What are your dims right now?
I'm like 235, solid.
How tall?
6'1".
That's not bad.
Perfect.
Not bad.
Perfect.
It's a perfect height.
What's your projected run? You don't have to give an exact, but you'll run not embarrassing, right?
I don't think I'll embarrass myself out there. I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, and then the fucking when he hit a 6 for a sack in the backfield. Let's go, Aiden. The computer. Let's go get the computer.
Appreciate you guys, man.
You too, ladies and gentlemen. Aiden Fisher.
Hey.
Why do you say he's not going to embarrass himself running? That would be the question, right?
Yeah.
Just natural.
Those rookie, that's why you always talk about the rookie wall and how long the rookie just got off a natty. Going down to Florida, start training next week. Combines in a month?
Yeah.
Training's not easy for you. That's like some of your hardest training of your life.
Oh, yeah.
This life goal is about to happen right here.
Oh, yeah. You're trying to get your body, obviously, in the best shape because you know how they're going to pick you apart at the combine. Whatever injuries, which we all get injured, especially if you're going through a 16-game season, which is insane. And then you try to get a little faster. You're trying to shave off, whatever tenths or hundredths off your 40-yard dash and all the different, 225, all the different shit. And then you got to go and actually learn the playbook, try to get on the field, probably play some special teams. It's
Never done that before in your life.
Yeah.
Got to figure that out.
Although at IU,
Yeah, this program.
there's a chance he did.
That's crazy to me. I mean, Charlie Becker, we thought he was bad spot. Thank God he wasn't for Indiana.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Played his best ball after that game.
I wonder if they gave him something because he looked like that was not good. And maybe it was his fear of what it could be, more so than actual injury of what it was. Because sometimes something feels real bad, and they're like, oh no, and then you get to the sideline, and it kind of all figures itself out, which is probably what happened here.